Hi. Hello. Welcome. I've upgraded the audio setup. And also, it's over 30 degrees Celsius. However much that is in Fahrenheit, I don't care, but it's a lot. So, apologies for the lack of videos as of late. I've just been... Other things have come up, been struggling with managing time and that, but I want to at least make this little idea of a video I had. So, as you've seen in some previous videos, and probably in the back of all the other videos I've done, I have a little instrument collection. And so I thought, I don't know if anyone's actually interested in it, but I might as well showcase them all. Well, most of them, at least. There was... My first bass ever was an Ibanez GSR 200L. That's currently up in the loft at the moment, and I cannot be bothered to go get that down. Well, I'll put a picture of it somewhere around so you can know what that looks like. Got that back in like 2016. As well, there was my old Ibanez ART 100 or 150, I can't remember the exact model number. I sold that a few years ago. If you look back on my channel, the video for the guitar playthrough of the song The Singularity I did, which was just like a university creative music project, that was, yeah, I sold that a while ago because quite frankly that guitar was a piece of shit. Anyway, for all the ones that I do have, well, let's get into it. So this is a contemporary Squier Telecaster in cherry red. Very nice. So for a pretty cheap guitar, which is just sort of what I needed, and it's not absolutely bargain basement bottom of the barrel stuff, but genuinely for the price range, this is just an excellent guitar, really. It has a great tone, a real great clear tone as well, great for both cleans and distorted stuff. And yeah, I got this back in 2020, I think. It was during the pandemic, and I was at university, and the only guitar I had was the Ibanez ART I had beforehand. But I wanted two different guitars, one for higher tunings, for like E standard, drop D, and one for lower tunings, stuff in the realm of like drop C, drop B, maybe even lower. So this was actually my low-tuned guitar for a short while. I had this in B standard for quite a while. It's like baritone tuning. And actually, in reality, this guitar works significantly better as the higher tuned guitar, as in like low drop D, drop C sharp at most, E flat maybe. But yeah, it's great, especially with a fresh set of strings on here. It sounds really good. I got this off Thomann. Yeah, great. It's got a great kind of like grungy quality to it as well. I mean, it's for that more kind of like grungy 90s inspired stuff I like to play. This guitar is just perfect for that. So, yeah. This is a Squier Strat. This was my first ever guitar. Well, is my first, yeah. As you can see, I've had a little mod done to it. I put some new pickups in it a long time ago. Didn't really know what I was doing. It doesn't work. This guitar's completely just unusable. You plug it in, makes no sound. It did work for a short while, but yeah. It's a bit of a disappointment, but I mean, this was a pretty cheap guitar. I got this back in 2014, I think. Yeah, 2014 was when I first started playing guitar, trying to learn guitar, so... and this was my main one. So originally it was just a typical like triple S single coil one. I did buy a new loaded fretboard with like new pickups in it, so I just need to basically like rewire it and put that in. And I haven't got round to it because I am lazy. It's just taken so long with everything. But yeah, I don't really play this one much at the moment because it doesn't really do much of anything. Yeah, it's not very good, but, well, you do what you can. And this is an Ibanez RG421EXL. Yes, I did have to read that off the headstock because Ibanez guitar names are ridiculous. So I wanted a kind of classic, just typical heavy metal guitar looking thing. This is perfect for that. You can see where I just typically have my arm resting on there, where it's kind of worn down smooth. So yeah. So I got this back in 2021. It's a Christmas present, 2021. So yeah, it's good. So this is just my main kind of low tunes guitar. I've got this in drop C at the moment. And it works just perfectly fine for that. A lot of versatility with the tones as well, because typically, you know, you have it in just the bridge pickup configuration for just that, you know, metal stuff, but the 2 position actually goes into a faux kind of single coil sound, and so you get some really nice cleans and yeah, neck pickup as well. So yeah, it holds low tunings really well, this guitar. It's a bit of a longer scale length, neck's on the slimmer profile as well, so plenty of you know, faster stuff and low chuggy riffs. It's just perfect for all of that. It's got kind of like older strings on it, so the tone is probably a little bit more muddy than I would like. Just for playing and noodling around, I just, you know, will sit around with this guitar for ages, just like that. So now on to bass. So my first bass, like I said, I don't have on hand at the moment, but there's it was a cheap Ibanez one. I got that for like £200. So yeah, but instead I've got this, a Squire jazz bass, vintage modified 70s, I think is the model name of this one. Got this in 2017. And it was my go-to for a while when I was primarily playing bass in like college bands and that sort of stuff. It's a great versatile rounder, got a great tone to it, especially me being quite heavy-handed with, you know, plucking it really hard. But the thing about this guitar is, this bass, is that it just feels great to play, and I always love noodling around on this, and I just like the way it looks. I'm always a sucker for natural wood finishes on just guitars and stuff in general. It's just a look I really like, and also with kind of the lacquered finish on the body, its maintenance is actually quite easy because there's no exposed wood you've got to oil over and over again, so you know, you dial the tone in decently and you can get pretty much anything, any tone you need out of this. He's nice, he's good, I like. And now for this big boy. This is an ESP LTD B206 SMLH. And I didn't need to look at that one to remind myself. Yeah, I think I remember I had to put a special order in for this because getting a left-handed 6-string bass is like hunting for unicorns, basically, but put a special order in and I got it, and it is absolutely beautiful. So I did use this a fair bit in sort of like college band stuff as well, but also for any sort of like metal recording stuff, because of course you got that low B. I've actually got this tuned up a half step, so it's in C standard, because I like the tighter strings. It gives a kind of fuller quality, and also because I've got stuff that's being played in the key of C, so it just works better that way. And I also, because part of me sort of wanted a 5-string bass originally, but I fell in love with the idea of a 6-string bass because I wanted that high string to be able to do sort of the higher chordal stuff, because I just thought that stuff sounded cool. And yeah, I think I kind of bit off a bit more than I could chew with this bass when I first got it. I mean, I ain't getting rid of it because I just absolutely love this. Also as well because it's active. So the annoying thing is you've got to like replace the battery every now and then, but apart from that, it does give you this 3-band EQ with tons of versatility. So you get low, bassy sub tones, and then something more kind of mid-range that cuts through the mix, or something far more high-end, top-end if you want more kind of that, you know, like Fieldy from Korn style, really like percussive, clackety kind of stuff. You can get it all from just like messing around with these 3 knobs down here. Not that I'd know anything about messing around with knobs. I also kind of was interested in a lot of like touch style instruments, like the Chapman stick, or the war guitar, that kind of stuff. I was really into King Crimson at the time, so whatever like Tony Levin or Trey Gunn was playing, so you get kind of the stuff like that. Not that I could really play that stuff like good at all, but like, I mean, come on, it's cool. You can't deny this shit's cool. Cool as hell, motherfucker. Anyway, onto acoustics. So it took me a while to actually get my hands on a proper acoustic guitar. We've had acoustic guitars in the house, in the family, for a while now, but they were all right-handed, obviously, because the rest of the family plays right-handed. I'm the only lefty, so I decided to get my own with here. So this is a Harley Benton from Thomann, obviously, and it was, it's on the cheaper end of the spectrum. There's aspects of this I don't like. It doesn't hold the tune very well. The intonation is just wildly off, especially on the D string. But for, a cheap acoustic, it does the job pretty well, so... It's got great sound, great volume, and it just works well enough, does the job, and it still feels pretty good. And it's got a built-in tuner as well, so it's can't be too upset about that. Yeah, I've had this one. This isn't the newest one of the collection. I'll get to that one in a second. Sorry for flipping you off there, but. Yeah, I just wanted the versatility, and partially I was kind of inspired a lot by Nick Drake and a lot of other kind of like folky stuff at the time, so I wanted to kind of record my own acoustic folk album, and that's mainly why I bought this. But aside from that, it's all just does the job, and it's nice and good. And finally, not a guitar, but something akin to it. This is an Irish bouzouki. So you can think of it as basically like a mandolin, but an octave down. So 8 strings tuned in doubled courses, basically tuned G, D, A, D. At least how I've got it tuned right now. So you can think of it as like an open G sus2 chord, and I've always wanted that kind of, again, that folky kind of sound, and this, you know, it's close to a guitar, so it's easy to understand, but also it just, I swear the sound of this thing is just so good. I mean, finding a left-handed Irish bouzouki is like, same with finding a left-handed 6-string bass. It's like, I was lucky Toman had one for sale, so I wanted this kind of instrument for so long, and finally bit the bullet and decided to get one for myself. And yeah, again, I don't really play it as much as probably in the way that it would be traditionally played in like Irish folk music. I tend to use it more as sort of a like an elevated kind of extra layer in sort of an acoustic track, and add that kind of bit of that folky kind of mandolin-esque edge to it. And I mean, I love this instrument. It's great, and you know, like even as well, because it's sort of in like a semi-open tuning, you can play slide with it as well. I know that's probably not traditional, but I do it, and I enjoy doing it, so. And that is that for my collection thus far. Being a musician, it's always going to end up growing somewhat sometime in the near future, but just trying my hardest to resist the urge to buy something new, because it's a very expensive hobby, collecting musical instruments, because even the cheap ones are still pretty expensive, so yeah, it is what it is. In terms of what sort of thing I want next, either a 7-string or a baritone guitar is probably what I would like to go for next. Part of me also kind of wants to get my hands on a bass 6. Finding a left-handed version of those is, again, very difficult, but it's what it is. I've managed to hold off for a decent while of buying anything new for a decent while, so, but yeah, we'll see. That's how it is at the moment, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and me rambling along about shit, so yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Au revoir.